Hello, welcome back to Marsh Landing Homestead. My name is Jen. If you are new, please consider liking and subscribing to our Homestead channel where we do everything but, well, everything. We cook, we can, we garden, we have chickens. We are gonna just do a crafting marathon here coming up soon, all kinds of things. So if you like that type of content, please like and subscribe to watch future videos. So anyway, we are gonna make pumpkin bread today. I tried to record a video of roasting some pumpkin last night. The video settings were off and so it just didn't look good. So we're gonna scrap it. So I'll do it again here shortly. But in the meantime, I have some delicious fresh roasted pumpkin. Don't buy this stuff in the can, roast your own. I decorated for fall with pumpkins on the front porch about September. Sometime in September, I don't remember when. They sat on the front porch, uncarved, just sat on the front porch looking beautiful until I roasted them. So literally to roast pumpkin, you're gonna need to cut it in half, de-seed it, take out all the strings that you can, rub it in some olive oil or some light flavored oil, just so it doesn't dry out. Put it in a roasting pan, cut side down, and then roast it in a 350-degree oven until it is soft. You'll start to see the skin kind of shrinkle. Girl, I just make up words. So you're gonna see the skin start to shrink and kind of melt off of the, get real soft and kind of shrink off the actual pumpkin meat. And that's when you know it's done. It's gonna be super soft, it's gonna be super tender, it's gonna be amazing. So then you're gonna let it cool, you're gonna take it, you're gonna scrape out the pumpkin meat, put it in a bowl and mix it up with an immersion blender until it's nice and smooth. It is absolutely amazing. I freeze it. I put it in Ziploc bags in a 2 cups in a Ziploc bag and freeze it flat. So it's super saving space in your freezer, and it is absolutely delicious. Then you have fresh pumpkin anytime you want to make it. Today is a beautiful fall day. We are having unseasonably warm weather though today, and so I thought pumpkin bread would be an amazing little treat for the boys today. Considering I roasted this pumpkin. So I'm super excited to do this. Okay, so here's how we're gonna do it. This recipe makes 2 loaves, okay? So 2 4x8 loaves, we're gonna spray them. You can use avocado spray if you want. You can use whatever kind of spray or oil you want. We're gonna just spray them, set those aside. My oven is preheated to 325. My oven is preheated to 325 and the rack is in the middle of the oven, okay? Next, we're gonna take our 1.5 sticks of butter. 1.5 sticks of butter. And we're gonna add 2 cups of sugar. 2 cups of sugar. Move this out of the way. And we're gonna take our mixer, a hand mixer. You can use a stand mixer if you want, but you just wanna cream it. It's softened butter, so you don't wanna quite cream it. You just want it to look like breadcrumbs. Okay, so it's on a medium. Not quite creamed, but not quite pea-sized like you're making a crust. This pumpkin bread is so delicious. You can use fresh pumpkin in muffins, in pancakes, and you can make your own coffee creamer. You can do so many things with it. It is absolutely delicious. So we're gonna set that aside, okay? Then in another bowl, we're gonna mix 2 cups of flour. So all of your dry ingredients except for your sugar is gonna be in this other bowl, okay? So one thing when you're baking is you wanna make sure that you are not scooping out of your storage container with your measuring cup. because baking is so particular when it comes to dry ingredients. If you are, especially breads, if you are scooping, you're gonna get more than a cup. So this is a 1 cup measure. If I literally scooped it, you're gonna get probably a cup plus a tablespoon or 2, depends on how much it's packed, right? So you wanna make sure that you are scooping into your measuring cup and then leveling off. It is super important when you're baking to get that level of dry ingredients correct, because if your ratio is off, you're gonna have a real dense and dry type of bread. And I love a moist bread. So you wanna make sure that you are just dipping and leveling. I have these containers, I got them from Amazon. They're called ProKeeper. They're absolutely amazing. Keep your dry ingredients dry. And then it has a magnet at the top with to hold your level. So you can keep your level right here. And then it just pops off and sticks back on with the level. So I'm gonna measure 2 cups of flour. Okay, so I'm gonna dip it in, grab my flour and just pour it on. I'm not gonna hit on it or anything. I'm literally just gonna scoop off. 1 cup. Okay, and maybe sometime we'll share, or we'll actually do it live and see exactly how much you get extra. So 2 cups of flour. Okay, 2 cups of flour. Then we're gonna add our spices. I'm making a mess, of course, because if you can't have a mess, you can't be cooking in my kitchen. Just saying. All right, next is the dry ingredients. So I'm gonna add some ground nutmeg. Now, if you have fresh ground nutmeg, that is the best. If you don't, it's totally cool. Totally cool. Just 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Fresh cinnamon would be amazing, but I don't have any cinnamon sticks. I used it in another recipe the other day. I was grinding my own cinnamon, but now I'm not. So we're gonna use 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and then a teaspoon of ground cloves. 1 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, then we're gonna grab a spoon and we're gonna mix all that together. So then we're gonna mix all our dry ingredients together, and then we're gonna get our wet ingredients again. Get these out of the way. Just mix them a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just don't want any big clumps of whatever. All right. Then, put that over here. We are gonna add 2 eggs, okay? To our egg, or butter and sugar, we're gonna add 2 eggs. They need to be added 1 at a time and mixed in between, so that egg white has an ability to get kind of mixed in. I save these eggshells so I can dry them out and give them to my girls, my chickens. Well, there's that. So get them in the spot. Let me wash my hands real quick. Because I picked that up. So wash my hands. And we're gonna mix this other egg, and then we're gonna add our pumpkin and then dry ingredients, and we are gonna get it baking. So remember, it needs to be in the middle of your oven, not on the bottom, not on the top. So it's a even bake. It needs to be in your middle rack of your oven. So this takes two cups, not cans, because I don't use cans no more. 2 cups of fresh pumpkin. After I get done with this pumpkin bread today, I'm going to grab this, move this out into the Ziploc bags and freeze it. 2 cups of fresh pumpkin. I guess I could just do that. 2 cups of fresh pumpkin. All right, let's move this out of the way, and then we are going to mix our dry ingredients. So when you mix your pumpkin in, it's gonna look a little grainy and weird, but it's absolutely okay. It's absolutely okay. You're gonna wanna, it looks kind of, I don't know, let me show you close up. Excuse me. See how it's kind of grainy? Man, I got a tickle. But it's gonna be fine once it's mixed in with the dry ingredients. All right, just want to mix this until it's combined. Don't want to overmix. Smells delicious already. You can use that fresh pumpkin in cupcakes, in pancakes, in breads, in cheesecake, in pie, whatever you want. Oh, I made a mess. Of course I made a mess. Go figure, right? Just saying. All right, now I'm gonna take a spatula and just kind of make sure that all of those dry ingredients off the side are mixed in. Just give it a couple of folds. And then we're gonna pour it in our bread pans. All right, so you're gonna just split the mixture into half. And this is gonna bake for about 65 to 70 minutes until the center comes up clean. I'm just gonna kind of level it off a little bit, give it a little help. It is a thick mixture. It's gonna be a beautiful, delicious bread. Whenever it is done, all right, into the oven it goes. 65 to 70 minutes on a 325-degree oven, and I'll be back whenever it is done. Okay, so the pumpkin bread has been in the oven right about an hour. And holy guacamole, my house smells like delicious pumpkin amazingness, I'm just gonna say. It looks like a beautiful pumpkin amazingness, like a fresh pumpkin should smell, with cinnamon and nutmeg, and oh my gosh, so good. So let me turn you around. We're gonna take it out of the oven. I'm pretty sure that's done. Let me grab my pot holders. Let me show you. Oh my gravy. So it springs back, it's still soft and tender. Pretty sure it's done. So we're gonna take that out. Set it up here to cool. And shut the oven. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh. It's not jiggly, it's still soft, tender, and it flakes. So here's what we're gonna do next. So we are going to leave this set out for about 10 minutes to cool. And then we're gonna turn them out onto a cooling rack and let them completely cool before we cut into it. Because if you cut into it before it's completely cool, it's gonna let all that steam out and it's going to be a more dense bread. That is if it makes it to, you know, makes it to, for a second, I don't even know, what am I talking about? It makes it to a second cutting. So if you're gonna plan on eating the whole loaf now, that's totally cool. You can do the whole loaf, or you can eat the whole loaf and you can eat it warm, but I would highly recommend just letting it cool completely. But we are going to set it out on the stove to cool for at least 10 minutes, then on a cooling rack, and then we're gonna eat it and enjoy it. It's gonna be delicious. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I will, in the kitchen today. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much. Smile because you're worth it. Bye.